Viper, the first thing that I do is to make sure that the chest support is in the right area for me. So I hold the instrument up where I would want my violin to go, and then open the arm and tighten the support and make sure that the chest support paddle is pretty much directly under the armpit for most people. And there are varying degrees of comfort, certainly, for everybody, but for me it's right on the outside of my rib cage, just underneath my armpit. And then just reach around, and this is a custom built strap, so I don't have to adjust the width of this strap at all, but you just reach around behind you and get the strap there. And then the coolest thing about this is, especially the first time that you've put one on, is just letting go and letting the instrument float in place, and get used to what that feels like to not have to bring your jaw and your chin over to the chin rest. It's just such a freeing feeling, but it's also really foreign, so it's going to take some getting used to. And just standing here and letting the instrument float, turning your head, looking up and looking down, I love that because it makes it really great to interact with other musicians that I'm playing with, that I don't have to turn my whole self around to look at them. I can just look over at them, so it's really pretty cool. So a lot of people ask why frets on a violin, and there are several answers. First of all, when you're playing in a loud setting, the most obvious reason is it helps you to play in tune. I've played on fretless instruments, and the notes that I thought were coming out of my instrument, listening to the playback, were definitely not the notes that were coming out. And so just being able to put your finger on something tactile and know that whether you can hear yourself or not, you know you're going to be in tune, is such a blessing. It also helps you to play power chords. It's so easy to just not worry about playing fifths perfectly in tune because they're right there for you. And then also another sort of I guess one of the lesser known reasons to have frets is that it really helps you to use a much lighter left-hand technique so that you can fly all over the fingerboard without having to worry about hammering your fingers down so hard. It's just so much easier to fly around the fingerboard without having to really hammer your fingers the way you have to on a fretless instrument.